I've trained more world champs than anyone else in boxing history. And I haven't stepped into a ring for more than a decade. In 66 seconds, Roberto Duran changed my life.
Well, of course, there are so many great movies centered around the sport of boxing in cinema history. I would focus on one, Raging Bull, the 1980 classic directed by Martin Scorsese, which starred Robert De Niro as Jake LaMotta. That movie not only got into the heart of boxing, but truly into the heart of a boxer and a man. It was a great character study. I would use that and movies like it as a litmus test when you're looking at a boxing picture. Well, we have a new one now, Hands of Stone, and it does have something in common with Raging Bull. Robert De Niro is in this movie. He plays the great manager and trainer of Roberto Duran. His name is Ray Arcel. So De Niro's on the other side of the ring this time. It's Edgar Ramirez who is front and center as the boxer, as the famous Panamanian boxer, Roberto Duran, who had quite a storied career in the ring from his teen years all the way to the age of 50 when he finally retired. He's still around, and it's quite a story. Unfortunately, this movie from new writer-director Jonathan Yakubovich is trying to bite off way more than it can chew. It is also a standard biopic. It is a standard boxing pick, and it paints by the numbers here. You get all the beats of these kinds of movies that you've seen a million times. We see him growing up in Panama. We see his emergence as a boxing star.
Duran's reputation as the hardest-hitting fighter in Panama kept growing. A reputation that would one day earn him the nickname Hands of Stone.
We see a key fight, that fight in 1980 between him and Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard, by the way, is played by Usher Raymond, the pop star, and he's quite effective, very believable as Leonard and in the ring. I was impressed with him. I'm very impressed with Edgar Ramirez's boxing skills as well. They pull that off, even though the boxing scenes here are also paint by the numbers. I've seen so many films. The Rocky films, of course, set the standard here too. You know, you really have to come up with something innovative when you're doing a boxing picture now with so many scenes like this. This movie really didn't impress me in that regard. And then there are also the downfall of the boxer and then the inevitable comeback. And there's also the mob is even worked into this plot. It's just way too much. When I walked out of this movie, I barely remembered it. It was too much to take in, but it didn't have a distinct style for me, and that's a shame. I only wish this movie was better, but if you're a boxing fan, you're going to want to see this movie. At least it has a very nice Latin flavor to it and a very good musical score. For that reason, I would say go. For everybody else, I'd say wait until these other movies come out.